Yes, that is right. It is yet another reaction to Jeffree Star's deflection. No, what is it? Oh, yeah, that's right. His apology video. Let's get into this. So yeah, you guys, I'm back. Like I said last week in my initial welcome back video, I'm back to doing my videos, and my first reaction is going to be to Jeffree Star. I have to do it because, like I said in my little intro, there's a lot that we need to discuss from this 10-minute and 36-second video that I feel maybe people might have missed or aren't thinking about, or maybe might not be thinking the same thing I am. I mean, yes, I might be late. Yes, there's so many people who have done the reactions to this, but I just want to share my opinion, share how I feel with everything that he said in this video, because like I said in my intro, I have some feelings. I do have some feelings. I have my own opinions. Opinions aren't facts, you guys, but I'm going to share those with you guys today, little things that I picked up, and just have a good jolly time. But before we even get into all that, if you are new here, welcome. This is Journey to Find K, and I'm Kay. I like to talk about mental health. I react to different topics on YouTube, the regular world, anything in society, if I feel like we can learn a lesson about mental health and or substance abuse, because I'm a mental health patient, worker, advocate. Trying to get real smooth with that, okay? But I'm a mental health patient, worker, and advocate, and I like to use my experience, my opinion, to negate some of the things that we do see out here in the world, like we're doing today. So if you enjoy my content, you enjoy watching me, don't be afraid to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. You can hit the bell so that way you're also notified every time I post a video. I have a Patreon you guys can definitely check out. It's patreon.com, Journey to Find K. Now that I'm getting back into the groove of things, I will be posting videos over there more often for them. You get the opportunity to get some early access, exclusive videos. You can help me figure out what videos to make. Sorry, you guys keep seeing a tissue in my hand. I have a sinus infection. TMI maybe, I don't know, but we're cool, so I'm sharing that with you. But you can definitely check me out on Patreon at patreon.com, Journey to Find K. Check out my different tiers. But if not, it's always great to have you guys supporting over here on YouTube. You guys watching, liking, subscribing, commenting on my videos is support. So I appreciate you either way that you decide to go. Now, it is my first upload of the week. Oh, you thought I forgot? You thought I forgot what we do? No, it's our weekly mental health check-in. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? What's going on? I will let you know my mental health is actually really well. I'm doing really good, you guys. I felt really relieved after sharing why I left in my last video, what was going on. I'm actually doing really well other than having a situation right here in my nose. I'm good. So I want to hear from you guys down below. Let me know how you guys are handling things, what's going on. I'd love to hear from y'all. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into this. We all know who Jeffree Star is. We all know who he is. We know that he has his cosmetic brand. We know there was a huge drama last year with James Charles and Tati Westbrook. And then this year we have everything going on with Shane and Jeffree. With that, with you watching my video, there's been some stuff going on that everybody's been kind of waiting to hear from Jeffree Star about. Everyone's been waiting for his response. Lots of stuff has happened. He's got dropped from Morphe. His racist past has came back up. His horrible start of a website, whatever that was called, that was needing to be addressed. The Davi vanity stuff needed to be addressed, right? So we were all waiting on pins and needles. I was waiting on pins and needles because I was like, okay, let's see what he has to say. I'm watching the videos. I might have been on a break, but I would hop on every once in a while. I paid attention to YouTube, watched my faves. Y'all know who y'all are. We've all been waiting for him to say something, and he finally did. He finally did on Saturday. Yes, he did it on Saturday, about 5 p.m. my time, I believe. And I've only watched this video once. I've watched it once. It didn't sit right with me. There are some things that I didn't like. So I figured, why not? Why not watch it again, react to it, share my thoughts with you guys while I'm watching it, and let me know how you guys feel, and maybe share with me your perspective, or tell me how you feel about what I talk about, right? So that's what we're going to be doing today. I put him on 1.25 speed, I believe, or 1.5 times speed, because Jeffree has a tendency to just talk really slowly, which we will get into that in a little bit. But he talks kind of slow. So I put it at 1.5 times speed, I believe, just so that way we can get through this 10 minutes pretty quick. And is Jeffree one of those to sit here and be mad if we react to a video of his? Does he be taking videos down? I'm not tripping. I'm small anyway. So let's go ahead and just get right on into it. Guys, I had to go ahead and change it to 1.25 speed because 1.5 times speed was way too fast. Couldn't understand a word he was saying. But let's just talk real quick about this entrance, this opening right here. You see this? Do you guys see this? This is speaking to me as privilege. This is speaking to me as, oh, hi, I have a lot of money. And so I want you to understand that I have a lot of money and I am taking the time out of my day to speak to you. I'm ready to speak to you. So now let me have my expensive couch. Let me sit here with my Louis Vuitton socks and not read the room. Let's not read the room. That instantaneously, the second I saw that, the first time I watched, read the room. Read the room. We are currently in a pandemic. We all know that we are currently still in a pandemic. People have lost their jobs. There are plenty of people who are hoping that the government will continue the extended unemployment benefits. Why? Because they lost their jobs. All over this country, there are people who are worrying about paying their mortgage, paying their rent. And yet, this is how you just decide to present your apology video? Just automatically, bad taste in my mouth. Automatically a bad taste in my mouth because that was not needed. You did not need to sit in your robe like you couldn't be bothered to even get dressed. You had to just wear your socks, but that's his attempt to look humble. That's his attempt to try to speak to his people, the people who buy his products, who will never, most of them will never see the money that he has. This is how you want to present your information. This is how you're talking to your subscribers, the people who are watching this video. First off, bad taste in my mouth. Read the room. This wasn't needed. This wasn't needed. Literally wasn't needed. Oh, let's just get into this. I heard he started off mad.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Now, I've been silent for a very long time. I know that's very rare for me. I've taken a lot of time to do a lot of self-reflection. Now, in the past, I've been very guilty of speaking out of anger, out of frustration, out of my emotions. I'm so quick to grab my phone and just say whatever's on my mind in that moment without ever really thinking the ramifications of my words, my actions, and for the first time in a very long time, I'm really reflecting on my behavior and mine alone. And I've come to a lot of realizations, and it's been really important to actually understand everything that I was a part of, that I did wrong, and really start a new chapter for myself. I've spent a lot of time realizing.
That bothered me too. Again, start a new chapter again. And this is where we also have to pay attention to the words that he's using. Now, I get it. People are going to be like, well, legal stuff, blah, 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 blah. I understand that. I do understand that part. But the words that he's using, they're little hot takes for you to feel like he's really doing something in this video. I'm taking accounting for my actions alone. Where? Okay, let's see. Let's see.
Why I do certain things and why I do the things that I do. And today,
the whole
there
tone,
are no excuses.
the way he
talks, a year ago, I did a video called
the way he fluctuates his words is for you to feel a certain type of way. This whole video it manipulates. In my opinion, this whole video is set out to manipulate your feelings, manipulate you into believing that this man has changed, that he had sat back for 2 weeks and reflected. Could have been a little longer than 2 weeks, I know. But that's what he's trying. And now that I'm speaking like this and sharing with you, do you see how instantaneously that can make you be like, oh, he knows what he's doing? Automatically, we're not even a minute in.
Doing this again, and I meant that. And 2020 has been really, really crazy, and I have added to the chaos. When I filmed my video called Never Doing It Again, I meant every word in the video. Did I slip up? Am I human? Have I done some fucked up things? Of course I have. But at the end of the day...
Right there, slip up. Of course I have. Huh? I'll give him maybe the benefit of the doubt. He's like, well, I'm human. Of course I messed up. But in that video, you said you wouldn't do what you are currently trying to explain away in this video. You had to self-reflect again this year, around the same time again, that he had to sit here and self-reflect again for the same behaviors that he did last year. But of course, he did that. He's allowed to.
Today, once again, I will not be exposing anyone. For everyone saying Jeffree's going to be coming with the receipts and we all need to get ready to forgive, that is the opposite of who I am. I know I'm dramatic, I'm crazy at times, I'm outspoken, but at the end of the day, that is not who I am. And today, I will not be sitting here showing a million...
Huh? See, little mess ups. The people who wrote this for him, But at the end of the day, that's not who I am. What? You're not messy? You're what? So what you portray to people, what you have been portraying for years, that's not who you are. We're supposed to believe that that's not who you are. Do you see what he is doing? Do you understand how he is trying to manipulate the viewer into truly believing that he's a different person? He's changed, while in a scandal, continuing to do the behavior that he got in trouble for last year. What? Where's the disconnect? Playing, folks. Playing, folks.
Text messages and all these things that allegedly are out there. That's not it. I will not be
allegedly.
My lawyers.
Allegedly. Too many people have confirmed that this is not alleged. This information isn't alleged no more. You've said it multiple times out your mouth. It's not allegedly. Again, words to make you think people are lying about him. You can't lie on yourself. He can't say, what? He knew what he's doing. This is all calculated, y'all. This is all calculated.
Are entertaining it behind the scenes, but I will not be. I know this may sound shocking coming from my mouth, but when you accept that you are the problem, you can become the solution. And I've definitely put myself in the victim mentality before when I knew I was wrong, and I didn't want to admit it, I wasn't ready to, and I was too insecure. But today, there are no excuses. I'm someone that has impulse control, and I'm fully admitting my flaws, and I hope that people can learn from me. I have moments where I get fired up.
You're someone who lacks impulse control? Is that what you meant to say there? I have impulse control? Where? This is the first time that I've seen him show or exuberate any type of, is that the right word? Don't judge me. But this is the first time I've seen him actually show any type of impulse control, because he didn't snap and he didn't pop off as fast as we would have thought he would. Like, this is a shock. But where else have you shown us that you have impulse control? Maybe you have a lack of impulse control, but that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse for you to continue in that behavior. If you're able to have insight and understand that you have an issue with impulse control, do something to try and fix that, to maintain it, to get it to where it's not as bad as it may be now. He has no excuse to say, I have an issue with impulse control, or I have impulse control. That's wrong. But even if he turns it into a lack of impulse control, understandable. But as someone who has so many means and that this has continued to happen, no excuse. Fix it. You have means. This isn't something we can sit here and be like, well, I don't know his pocket. Hello, look at what he's sitting in now in the video. You have the means to get the help. to help you cope with this and stop this impulse control. Let's not use it as an excuse.
I don't think things through. I don't think about how my actions will affect others while I'm saying them. And when you speak from your emotions without fully processing something, it is one of the most unhealthy things. And that is a very major problem of mine. A lot of people want me to address this situation. And a lot of people were putting a time stamp, like, Jeffree, you need to speak on this right now. And I think that we live in a world where people are just so used to doing what people want right away. And that's not good either. I think it's been very important to stay off of social media. I haven't been on in weeks.
Lies. We already know what that is. That's a lie. But here's the hypocrisy. Here's him trying to spin it to explain why he's been gone, because people have been calling him out on his silence. So now let's gaslight you. Because, no, I never said that your silence speaks. It's just like, oh, what? Now I have to explain? You want me to talk on your time? You want me to hurry up? We do too much of that as a society. But you said for people who aren't you, if they don't hurry up and respond, that's an issue. But because you're in a situation where you sat here and took a long time to respond to all of the trash things that you needed to respond to, now society wants to move too quick and have people react out of things too fast. The heck out my face. Don't gaslight me, sir. Don't gaslight me. You took a long time to respond. You in the past have said that your silence speaks volumes. Just because it is you doesn't change that expectation. You said it. You set that expectation. So when it's time to hold yourself to it, don't be mad at us, because we're like, hey, you said. So you're going to say something? Not our fault. Don't gaslight me.
I haven't read anything. I haven't clicked a video. I haven't seen anything.
Lies.
And it's really about finding myself again and remembering why I'm here and how my actions can affect other people and everyone around me. I know there's a lot of people waiting for me to address this situation. Now, I didn't try to take anyone down. I'm not a villain in a movie. This is
30-something years old. 30-something years old, and you're just now realizing your actions affect other people? Lies. You know they do. You know they do. You have benefited off the fact that your actions affect other people. That's why you're in controversy. That's why people are calling you out, because your actions affect other people. Right there, manipulation. This whole video, in my opinion, is nothing but air. It's just like, when it was, you already know what I'm going to say. Charlie, all of them, the Peanuts. And it's like, the teachers be like, womp, 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 womp. That's all this whole video is, because you're literally trying to manipulate the audience into believing what he's trying to spoon feed us, that he didn't answer because we all rush. We try to rush too fast. You set that precedent, sir. You made that expectation. Oh, now you just realized your actions affect other people, but you saw Dramageddon, you apologized for that last year because your actions affected other people? Like, miss me. Oh, just...
Isn't a Netflix series with a crazy storyline. I know it sounds like it, and trust me, I'm sure I'd watch it as well, but this is my real life, and a lot of things that are happening and being said are false. Okay. When someone else tries to take someone else down or their career and it doesn't work, you can't just take a few more down with you. That's not how life works. We have to all take accountability for our own actions and no one else's, and that's what I will continue to do. And if I don't, please fucking remind me. Now, I know that I've had
as he turned the comments off on this video, but okay. Okay. We get everybody has to take accountability for their actions, but I'm waiting for his. Where is it? 3 minutes in, where's your accountability? All I hear is fluff. Where's your accountability? Well, maybe we'll get some more. Maybe, like, where's the accountability on his part? Maybe let's keep going. Maybe it'll, pop up in the video. Let's see.
A very hard time doing that in the past, and that will not be happening again. Now, did I mix myself up in drama?
Okay,
did
we'll
I speak
see.
on things I shouldn't have speak on? Of course I did.
Of course. That is another thing. Of course. He keeps saying of course. Those are words to make you feel like it's acceptable for that he did that. It's what he does. Of course I did that. Trash. That's trash. It's not no of course. What? This whole video. There you go again. Of course, to make you think it's okay for him to behave the way he did. Right.
Instead of asking the source, did I get caught up in the hype? Did I do dumb shit? And did I not just simply call James Charles and ask questions myself? 100%. And that is my fault. I would like to personally apologize to James Charles for the words that I've said and for my actions.
What words?
If I was really close to someone, I should have the ability to just simply call them and ask and say, hey, these were the things that were being said to me.
What words?
I didn't. I let people really gas me up, get me going behind the scenes, and I really fell for a lot of things, and I got caught up in the hype.
Okay, Tati. Okay, Tati. He really was like, let me take what she's... Oh, that was good. No. What words did you say that you're apologizing to him for? You're doing this publicly. Again, you don't want to say nothing because of, legals involved, right? But what words? If you're truly apologizing, you need to explain what you're apologizing for. It's not just for words and people gassing you up. This man has continued to sit here and shop around a voice note of a alleged victim of James Charles, but yet this is how you're apologizing. You can't even sit here and name what you're apologizing for. He's doing the bare minimum to get his stance. The people who want to cling onto something, a semblance of him having some human feeling, that's his way of touching them real quick. He said, I apologize, and that's all they're going to hear. That is all they're going to hear is, I apologize, James Charles. When, in all actuality, what are you apologizing for? I don't care if there's legal involved. You could at least give some type of context to what you're apologizing for. No, instead of doing that, it's, I apologize to James Charles for whatever the heck you want to fill into that blank. That's not taking accountability. That's not taking accountability at all.
Disgusting. It's awful.
But again, legal,
and
right?
None of it should have happened. So, James, I am truly sorry for my actions and my behavior. 2020 has been very tumultuous for a lot of us. It has been a very crazy year. And I think that James and myself and anyone involved would agree with me that there are way bigger issues happening on this planet. I know that some people may, Jeffree, you're just saying this as a distraction. Jeffree, no. Reality is here. And makeup, drama, and beauty, community, gossip, and tea, it may be entertainment for you. And it used to be for me, but it's my life and it's there.
Then stop the behavior. Stop the behavior. Stop the behavior. That's all you have to do is just stop the behavior. There's other things to worry about. This is just beauty drama. Then stop the behavior. Stop starting drama. Stop stirring up drama. Stop inserting yourself in drama. And then backing out like, oh, no, I don't. Just stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Our lives, and right now outside of our walls, our world is falling apart, and it's truly shocking. So I'm not going to give you an expose of the beauty community. I'm not going to end anyone today. I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I've never committed a crime before, and I've never been to jail. That's
another part that bothers me. Why do you always have to share with us that you've never committed a crime and you never went to jail? And that doesn't make you a good person. Just because you didn't go to jail and you've never committed a crime, that does not automatically make you an overall good person. You can have a shitty attitude. You can have a shitty personality. You can treat people bad and not have gone to jail. That does not automatically make you a better person than anyone, period. There's plenty of people that might have gone to jail and committed crimes and are way nicer and treat people way better than he does. So why are you saying that? You already know in my field, we are not judgmental at all. And when I hear stuff like that, you might say it's too much. Again, this is my opinion. You might say I'm overreacting, whatever the case is. But to me, that's trash. What are you trying to say? Because there's plenty of people who have made mistakes in their past and paid their debt to society, who are still good people, nice people, who don't treat people like you do. I don't get that either.
Hard to process a lot of what is being said, but involving the situation,
sorry, guys.
I would just like to say that James Charles, I'm very sorry. Anything else that you guys want to know, it will never be spoken about. You can ask other people. I, just like last year, have fully removed myself.
Now,
I get swept up into the bullshit.
When it's beneficial for him, every time it's beneficial for him where he has maybe gone too far, people are figuring out what type of person he is, it's like, I'm removing myself. Stop playing with people. Stop trying to manipulate us into believing your lies. You were just doing all of this a few months ago. You would probably have continued to do this if you weren't being called out the way that you were and are. You wouldn't know what to say in this video if you weren't on social media and you weren't paying attention to YouTube and you weren't paying attention to what people were saying, because you're literally hitting almost every mark that people wanted you to talk about without really talking about anything. Trying to play, distraction, deflection, words that make you feel that he's saying something. I apologize, James Charles. I apologize, James Charles. I apologize, James Charles. What are you apologizing for? Didn't you apologize for what you're doing now last year and said you weren't going to do it? So what? An apology means nothing if you don't change. If the behaviors don't change. You're just saying you apologize. I'm like,
Again, of course I did. And for that, I'm forever
of course.
embarrassed.
There's that of course again.
Now, Breonna Taylor still has no justice. Black trans women are being murdered every day and the news is silent. Elijah McClain has no justice. And the countless other people who are murdered every single day while everyone just goes about their business like nothing's happening. And
that made me so mad. I'm mad now. And this is my reason for being upset. For him putting this, saying this in this video. Here's my reason, okay? A lot of the things that Jeffree does feels very performative. Why does it feel very performative? Because he has consistently, always been accused of being racist. You are constantly, as a person, constantly being accused of being racist. It was just this year you got called out for possible, racial microaggressions. He is a person who is consistently called out for his past racist behaviors. We just recently heard that he might still be doing this from what was shared. I watched Peter Mond. He said what he said about Gabby Hanna telling what she heard from Shane. That he wants you to say certain things. He wants you to be cool with him. We've heard too many times from back then to current day that this man is racist. So when you are in the middle of your apology, doing what's right video, this was not necessary, because it looks like, to me, as a Black woman who has watched you call other Black women rats, gorillas, people are still coming out about the racial things that come out your mouth. It's still coming out. And you have the audacity to think you throwing out the Black women who still need justice, the Black people who still need justice for their horrible murders, is doing something. I know there's going to be people that say, oh, well, at least he's bringing attention. He didn't even put, come on now. He didn't even put any type of tags, nothing, no type of anything in his description, no links to nothing. If he really cared, that could have been the minimum he could have did. Yeah, he's bringing awareness because he has 7 million views at this time of me recording on this video. But it all feels performative. Not all performances are needed. His performance isn't needed because it comes off to me him going, let me kill these racist allegations. People keep saying I'm racist. So why not throw out Black Lives Matter? Let me name a few people that still need justice for their murders. Because yes, they are important. People say I'm racist. So if I'm really racist, I wouldn't sit here and say Black Lives Matter and name these people in my video. I know he's been active on Instagram and sharing that type of stuff. Cool, leave it there. It wasn't needed in this video. It feels very performative. It feels like you are using this serious movement to try for your advantage. For people to feel like he cares. He really does care. He's not racist. He just called out Black Lives Matter. Don't use us as a pawn, sir. Do not use us as a pawn to kill your allegations. Because if that's the case, you could have addressed that already in this 6 minutes that we're in this video. You didn't have to do this. You could have apologized again for your racist past and what's still continuing to come out in 2020. That's what you could have did. But instead, he decided to use the Black Lives Matter movement as a way to quash the talk of him being racist, because if he does this, then he cares. He's not racist. He's not a racist if he does that. He's not racist. Okay. Y'all can believe that if you want. Y'all can believe that if you want. Because the fact that he did that shows he don't care. He don't understand. An ally wouldn't do that if you're a true ally. If you truly aren't racist and you are an actual ally, you won't sit here and throw out Black Lives Matter in an apology video that you're doing without even addressing the fact that people think you're racist, and not even apologizing for the fact that people still think you're racist, and changing those actions that make people think you're racist. You shout out the Black Lives Matter. You shout out people who, I had to calm down, you guys, but him shouting out these black boys, women, men, trans men and women should not be used as a tool in his video. And that's just point blank, period. He used that as a way to shut up the allegations of him being racist. My opinion, as a black woman, he sat here and used Black Lives Matters and the murders of black people in this video to kill his racist allegations without addressing anything. We're not pawns. We're not here for you to use at your discretion, which again shows that you don't understand. You don't get it. You don't care. By the way, how many black people do you have in your company? Did he ever pull up, or he shut up, right? He shut up. But okay, let me get back to the reaction, but I just had to share that with you guys. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. That was a tool. Thank you for the awareness, but I don't like the performance that went with it. I don't like the reason why you did it. I don't like what you implied when you did it. It doesn't feel genuine. You could have just addressed your racist past, your racist everything by just talking about it, instead of using the deaths of black people as your pawn.
And I think that drama and the beauty world, which I have definitely been a part of, it all has to stop. Now, 6 months ago, before COVID and everything hit our world, it was such a different place for all of us, and including myself. It's really time to reflect on the big picture. Now, Shane Dawson, he is one of my best friends and someone who helps me remember.
Let's throw out COVID. Manipulation. Like, I can't. Now, let me talk about COVID real quick. So we hit all the key points that people want.
Focus of who I really was. He's genuine, amazing, he's selfless.
And racist as well.
One of the most kind people that I've ever met in my entire world.
Don't care what
I know
nobody
that Shane
says.
would put his family and friends before himself in a flash. Now, did Shane and I
If
get
you're
caught
the
up in
right
the
skin
drama
tone.
and do some dumb shit?
I'm sorry, I should laugh. They're one and the same. For y'all to be so close, it tells you a lot about, you already know, guilty by association. Y'all heard that statement. Well,
Of course we did, but that is my best
Of
friend.
course we did.
I was actually truly shocked that people thought that I
Of
was going
course,
to
we're
distance
supposed
myself
to
from
just
him, or that my
accept
silence
that.
was anything but
We're
support.
supposed to just
I know
accept
Shane
their
from now.
shitty
I know Shane
behaviors.
from 10 years ago, and he doesn't know me from 10 years ago. Now, do I agree with Shane's past actions? Of course I don't. And does he agree with my past behavior? Of course he doesn't. I know the amazing person
What
that
about
he
the
is
current
today.
behavior? What about your current behavior? What about your current behavior? That matters. Oh, he don't know me from 10 years ago, but what about since those 10 years, during those 10 years, to now? Trash.
A lot of amazing, real people behind the scenes. And I'm
Trash.
forever grateful for those people who always remind me of who I am. Because lately,
Trash.
I definitely was slipping.
Guess what? I'm gonna remind you who you are real quick. Trash. That's trash. You sat here and did nothing for 7 minutes and 32 seconds so far. You have said nothing. You've apologized for nothing. You used keywords to make people think you apologized. You did nothing. You used black people as a pawn, but didn't address your racist
what me and Shane accomplished together, business-wise. I hope that inspires anyone out there that wants to
I don't
start a
care
business.
if it was a long time ago. We keep hearing things now.
Because remember, I used to be homeless and work at the mall.
Okay.
And I really just said, you know what? I want to create my own vision, and that's what I did.
See, it has
and
me
he
messing up,
always
y'all.
believed in me. All right, now, no matter what narrative anyone tries to spin of me, I am so fucking proud to own and include.
No matter what type of narrative, we don't care. We know your backstory now. That still doesn't allow you to be a shitty person. I started from the bottom, now I'm here and still being shitty. Don't nobody care. See, like, you got me coming out being rude. No one cares where you came from. We are looking at now. Any change of behaviors? I don't care that you came out of nothing. We know that already. What's going on now? What's happening now?
Exclusive makeup company.
No.
Since I opened my doors in 2014, I have created products for everyone. Any product.
But it's not that inclusive when we look at palettes that... Let's talk about palettes that would actually work for us.
Shade or formula I've created has worked for any race, gender, and most importantly, I want you guys to remember that all beauty matters. And from the very first ad of my company, I've always shown people of color and anyone, no matter what size your body are or what gender you are accepted in Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I know a lot of people try to deter from my message, and sometimes
no, it's because a lot of us feel it's performative. Oh, what do you expect? To stop performing? Be for real about it. I would really be excited for inclusivity and all of that. And I get people, there are some people who take the bare minimum. No offense. I'm not trying to be rude to anybody. But no, it's cool that you think you're inclusive in your brand. You think, that's what I said, you're inclusive in your brand. But that doesn't mean anything if your behaviors people are still saying you're racist to this day, and yet you can't even address that in this video.
I've deterred it myself through negativity and drama, but that won't be happening anymore. I'll always use my platform and my voice for good. Now, I remember when brands were making 10 concealers and 15 foundation shades, and they thought that that was correct. I remember speaking up very loudly to my peers and other people in this industry saying that it was wrong, and I got a lot of shit for it, but I always stood up for what's...
Oh, I'm sorry, you did? Thank you. Thank you for talking about inclusivity. Oh, thank you. It wasn't like Jackie Ina was doing anything, or Alyssa Ashley was doing anything, or Naima Tang was doing anything. It was Jeffree Star. Do you not see the problem with that? Again, it all feels very performative, especially because behaviors have not changed. I look at anything he does in the public that he can turn around and continue to use as a way to say I'm not racist is exactly what he does it for. Oh, everyone thinks I'm racist. Well, I'm inclusive. I'm inclusive. I'm inclusive. What are you talking about? I'm inclusive. That's like saying, hey, guess what? I have a black friend. That's what it feels like to me. And I'm not going to apologize for my feelings. That's how I feel. Feels very performative. I feel that ever since people have continuously thrown in his face that he has racial allegations all the time and real stuff we've seen in the past, I feel that everything that he does is in a way for him to be like, oh, I'm not racist, I'm not racist. But if that's the case, we wouldn't continue to hear allegations even in the year of 2020. If that was the case. Because you're inclusive, you're inclusive, you're inclusive, we're inclusive. All right.
That's right, and I always will.
How many black people work in your company?
When huge corporations have stolen from small brands, I was the first one to speak up very loudly. Now, sometimes it can be misconstrued for drama or tea or being sarcastic, but the message was always that no, you have to do right in this industry. And you have to be just a decent human being. No. And then what's going on? What's going on? That's what I'll always stand by. Now, I just want to say thank you to everyone out there who has been supporting me, DMing me, messaging me, and just showing so much love. I know that sometimes it's not popular to be a fan of me, to be my friend.
Okay.
But it has been so much for all the ride or dies.
Okay, calling on stands. I hope you've enjoyed this video that you could use to say that I apologize. Calling on stands. Manipulation. Calling on stands. Hey, guess what? I know it's bad for you to say that you're my fan, but it's okay. And now I love you, that ring. Come on.
the millions of people who have just been waiting for me to come back. Just know that it has been very important to actually self-reflect and not just grab my phone and say whatever I'm feeling in that moment. This has been me silent for a reason.
When it
I've been
benefits
really
him,
on myself.
when it benefits
and I
him,
definitely was
when it
distracted.
benefits
There's
him.
also been a lot of things going on in my personal life which will never be excuses, and I'm not going to talk about them today, but just know that we're all human beings and we're all going through a lot. What is next? You guys know, Jeffree Star Cosmetics will never be slowing down, and I'm so excited for everything that's
This is
coming
why we
for
have
the
a
rest of
video.
2020. I know that the makeup world is changing, the beauty community is shifting.
I'm done. I'm not going to listen to the rest of it. What is it, 30 seconds? I'm not. I feel this whole video was to manipulate his stans, the people who truly want something to hold on to continue to support him and follow him and not feel bad, because now they can sit here and say he apologized because he said, I apologize, James, 3 times without really saying what he apologizes for. It's illegal. I don't care. You could have at least said something to make it seem legit, to make it seem authentic. No, that was to sit here and signal to his people, I apologized, do your thing. People who say I haven't apologized, now they're here to say, well, he apologized. You don't virtue signal off of the deaths of Black people. You don't throw them out as a way to say we should all be worried about other things when you yourself have a racist past and consistently have racist allegations thrown at you that you didn't even address in this video, that you felt that you addressed by throwing out the murders of Black people, by throwing out Black Lives Matter. That's his way of saying, I'm not racist. That's what he did it for. Just like he can sit here and say, I'm inclusive, I'm inclusive, I'm inclusive. That is him trying to make excuses for the allegations he gets for continuing to be racist and for associating himself with someone who is racist, which is Shane Dawson, to try to say he's not racist, to try to address that. But you didn't address nothing in this video. You got on this video and put out hot take keywords to manipulate his fan base into believing he apologized, into believing that he's changed in these past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, in believing he's reflected, even though that's supposedly what he did last year. History repeats itself, and yet there's going to be plenty of people who believe that this was genuine, that this wasn't just a precursor to a shameless plug at the end of the video, that this wasn't just pushed out so he could keep it moving and sell products. Capitalism. But you decide to get on this platform in your Louis Vuitton socks on your expensive ass couch with your, isn't that a Louis Vuitton bench in the back? In your robe, you couldn't even get dressed. You couldn't even sit here and put some clothes on to show that you cared, that this was something that you actually cared about. This was nothing but manipulation, guys. This was nothing but a video to manipulate his fan base into thinking he apologized because he said it 3 times in the video, to say that he's not racist because he shouted out Black Lives Matter in the video without even linking any type of anything in the descriptions, without addressing the racial allegations that continue to still come out, addressing his racist friend. Oh, we stand by each other. Racist stick with racist. It is what it is. So yeah, that's it, you guys. I thank you guys so much for watching. I want to hear from you guys down below. First, let me know how you guys are doing, mental health check-in. But also, do you understand where I'm coming from? Did you see any of the points that I pointed out? How do you feel about what I said? I want to hear from y'all down in the comments. Let me know. If you enjoyed this video, don't be afraid to hit a thumbs up. Don't be afraid to subscribe if you made it this far and you haven't yet. I just yelled at you for I don't know however long this video is after I edit, because it's long right now. But why don't you subscribe then? Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so that way you're notified every time I post a video. Letting you all know I don't really have a schedule of when I'm going to be uploading, as I am taking my time and getting back into the groove of things, not trying to overwhelm myself, but I will try to have another video out for you guys as soon as possible. You can always check me out on Patreon. They will be having a new video coming out sooner rather than later. So if you're interested in that, you can definitely go over there. Do appreciate you guys for watching me. I thank you guys so much. Let me know again how you're feeling down below, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.